This XFL Picks Week 4 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the SGPN store. Head over to store.sportsgamblingpodcast and use promo code MADNESS for 10% off orders of $40 or more.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy. You're listening to SGP. Wait, hold on. Say it again. Long Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Snorkeling on this show as well, I guess. Is that we're not redressing the set? We're just gonna keep this
fellow scuba diver joining us here, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase from the SGPN dive team.
Yeah, we dive deep over there. Sorry, Kramer. I know. You know.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm
how's
happy.
How's that oxygen you're getting from actually a
listener sent in a theme song for Kramer's snorkeling adventures.
Come along with the snorks.
Snort, 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 snort.
For you and me, have some fun with the snorks. Play along with
Oh, there's a
the
second
snorks.
verse.
Oh, this thing goes on for a very long time.
The snorks.
All right, so I can't wait to hear the theme song for the jet ski hot tub, aka Sean. And real quick, since we're talking about snorkelers,
yes,
take a look at these two beautiful snorkelers over here, not wearing a shirt with the secondary logo of a fucking XFL team. All right.
Well, Ryan, your Sea Dragons, they finally got you in lock.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful logo. All right. There's tridents, or maybe I don't know what's a trident with 8 points, an oct point.
Pretty good week for the XFL Picks podcast gang. We all went 3-0 on our locks.
It's too easy.
Colby and Ryan went 3-1. I did go 2-2, unfortunately, but I'm still maintaining my 100% lock record.
Nice job.
I mean, we should have went. I should have went 4-0. They were down at the 1 yard line. The Roughnecks did play some good defense. Should have just let them in. The game was over. Come on.
Roughnecks, my autoplay of just locking up the Roughnecks every single week has proven to be a great strategy.
I mean, I
might not lock them up this week though.
I'm 3-1 every week.
XFL is a lot like college football, where like the best team from the previous XFL gets the easiest schedule.
Well, and
clearly,
and I mean, we have college basketball on in studio. It is just it's a cornucopia of degeneracy. We were just sweating out Mississippi State, which I know I think we're all in Mississippi State.
Cornucopia plays later tonight.
Yeah, cornucopia.
Oh, nice. That
in the FTU Division Conference Championship. I got to be honest. Right now, I just feel like
hijacking your pleasure centers.
I just gambling, taking my pleasure centers. It's too much.
Shout out. What's up, Doc?
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
Hey, you want to fire off some synapses, get some live bets, some in-game wagering, maybe even a little casino play? You can do it all over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet, where you can sign up. Of course, bet 100, get 100. State restrictions do apply. So many ways to win over at WynnBet, including the NBA, the NHL, the XFL, and of course, March Madness. Oh man, we've been killing it with our conference tournament picks. We got a picks podcast later on tonight coming at you, hitting all the big games from Friday, and of course the Ivy League conference tournament previews. So many conference tournament previews. Still time to download those. And again, March Madness right around the corner. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WYNNBET. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win even bigger.
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. I gotta be honest. The more I play the Dr. Phil drop, the more.
One more time.
The more it's growing on.
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
It's one
right.
of the best ones.
It's not quite, but it's up there, man.
I heard someone say something amusing to me, relating the way that Sean uses the soundboard, comparing it to the way that Colby uses the soundboard. He said it's like dudes in college shotgun and beer compared to a sommelier bringing you a paired wine with a $200 steak.
Colby's the sommelier in this.
No. I think in this case he's shotgunning those beers.
You gotta have that college energy, man.
Now, what I would push back on
It's
is
a college experience.
I think it's more just like a Jackson Pollock situation where like the art's like just because you don't fully get the art doesn't mean it's not art. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? That was a compliment.
I mean, Colby is.
Meant to be a
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
Maybe you're not a Jackson Pollock guy. I don't know. All right, what do you want to do? You want to talk XFL?
Let's go. Yeah,
right.
let's talk Extreme Football League.
First up, and by the way, appreciate the XFL keeping us on our toes with these game start times. So this week we have 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. They want to make sure they split up their competition with college basketball. I mean, they're literally competing with Selection Sunday.
They should have put a Thursday night game on. Last night would have been a good. Tonight would have been a good spot.
What time is the official? I know that it gets released on social now, but when's the official release show? It's 4 p.m. Pacific on Sunday,
I believe
right?
so. Right.
Same time as an XFL game. You morons! Come on, Rock. Do better. And Colby was informing me before the show that the X no longer stands for extreme.
What?
No, in my mind it's extreme.
Okay, so
I've seen them say that.
I've seen them.
There's an army of alt football people that look. This is probably a good thing for the leagues to survive, but at the same time,
are these the guys that are like the Rob Lowe's just wearing the league hat, cheering in the
and they've never probably ever played football, and they just and more power to them. But
that's
like
how we are
football,
with Goodell here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
support the brand.
It's true.
All right.
It's true.
4 p.m. on.
Wait, so they said, does it mean extreme?
No, it's different. Danny Garcia and The Rock, I forget what they said it was, but I believe it's not extreme football anymore. It says X for something else.
Oh, we're gonna have to. This is gonna have to be a Google. It stands for. I'm confused.
No, that's back in the day though. But I'm saying you have to find it. They said something else. J Mark, what did they say? What did they say? Yeah, the intersection of talent and opportunity.
No.
So fucking garbage. Yeah.
The intersection.
Apologies.
Well, there was a very early 2000s thing that you had to put X in front of everything, and X.
I want Vince McMahon back. All right, Vince would never say that.
All right, so apologies. Let's hop over to the intersection of talent and opportunity football league. Saturday, 4 p.m. The Houston Roughnecks taking on the Orlando Guardians. Roughnecks now the second favorite still to win the championship at +250, -9 here, -365 on the money line. Guardians a lowly 25-1 to win the championship and 3-1 in this game. 37.5 is the total. I was talking to our buddy Hoops earlier in the week, and we were discussing this game at 8. So you're seeing it get steamed up here because people realize the Guardians suck ass.
9 is still a 1-score game, and again, really,
teaser protection.
This Roughnecks defense against what looks to be once again Paxton Lynch. I know. Shout out to J Mark. He broke the news that the Guardians have signed Quentin Flowers,
and that's a legendary player because we should appreciate this guy. XFL 2.0. He was not starting and demanded a trade, even though he had no value and no one traded for him.
Oh, wow.
He demanded a trade for 2 weeks, and then he ended up being cut. So I like a guy that says, you know what? Let's go. I'm not playing for the Tampa Bay Vipers. All right. Well, where are you playing? Where are you playing for the local Target? I don't understand because this is supposed to be where the intersection of talent and opportunity, Sean.
Here's the problem with that league name. The league is way too. I don't know. I would say your fan base is going to have a hard time saying that out loud, right? Like if every time we're cutting to a highlight, it's the intersection of talent and opportunity.
Yeah,
your average fan isn't saying that. Anyway, obviously you're laying the 9 points here. Obviously, Houston would have.
Colby's going to be on the Guardians.
Well,
I've seen it on the XFL.
Can I
he won't even put the Houston Roughnecks #1 in his power rankings.
They're not. They have a buttersoft schedule there.
All right,
dude,
so here's the thing.
They got shut out last week in the second half.
Here's the case against. Before we all just lay the points, Houston has played 3 home games.
Yeah,
we're going to use that argument for a team that played 3 road games as to why we like them a little bit more, I think. And that's it. That's actually that's the end of the argument.
No. They've played Orlando twice.
Well,
and Arlington. Those are the 3 worst teams, or the 2 worst teams, but 3 games with the 2 worst teams.
Well, they haven't played Orlando twice yet, but they did play them, and they beat them by greater than 9 the first time. So
yeah, but my point is they've played no one good. There's not one.
They beat
good
the
team.
Guardians 33-12.
If you were to power rank these teams,
they beat the Renegades 23-14, and they beat the Brahmas, who
they're not good either.
Brahmas are okay.
Also,
they're the best of the teams they've played.
But also they're beating them by 9 points.
I'm with
9
you,
points,
Colby.
10 points.
Houston is
21 again in the case of the Guardians.
You can argue they're maybe not the best team, but I also think 100% they will be in the postseason. So we'll find out.
Oh yeah,
and I think you're out of your mind to not. Like if you're gonna get cute and take points, it's not in this game.
Oh no, I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston in this game. Orlando.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we're getting more Paxton Lynch. And how many times do I have to say it? The Roughnecks have not lost a game in the XFL.
Yeah.
Again, Colby confuses most of the audience by calling it XFL 2.0. But between XFL 2.0 and this modern 3.0, they haven't lost a game.
Okay, but 2.0 they actually had their offense was.
I'm saying it's worth something to never lose a game between 2 separate leagues.
Sure, but it's a completely different roster, different coaches. This one and
just that winning pedigree of the Roughnecks.
So
they got shut out. Look, this is the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be fading the Roughnecks, but this week they get it done
because they're playing the worst. Like Orlando is by far the worst team.
I think Arlington is actually worse, but
no, not with Paxton Lynch out there. All right, we all like the chalk. Chalk's been good, so don't come at us. 7 p.m. here on the West Coast. Is that accurate? Jesus.
Yeah, I actually like this time.
Late night football here. We got the San Antonio Brahmas taking on my Seattle Sea Dragons. Again, wearing a shirt with the secondary logo. That's how deep I've gone. Plus 750 still.
Is that considered like a Seattle Dragons throwback?
I don't know. It just seemed like the hipster
from 2 games ago.
Wanted to really show you guys. Yeah, I mean, still 750 for the Sea Dragons to win the championship, Colby. I know we bought them at their low point last week, but
get in right now.
Still feel like it's a decent bet. Laying 4.5 here, minus 205 on the money line. Brahmas plus 175. 40.5 is the total. To me, the Brahmas at 10-1 to win the championship. They're dead money almost at this point.
Well, here's the case, and it's kind of a similar case for the Sea Dragons and the Brahmas, is that they're both only 1 game back in their respected division. So defenders look like they're running away with the XFL North, but the Dragons are only 1 game back from the Battlehawks. I kind of like the Battlehawks. I think the fact that they were 2-1 on their 3 road games, now they get some home action. I think AJ McCarron, quietly one of the better XFL quarterbacks, but you could talk yourself into it. And same with the Renegades. The Renegades are 2-1. You could argue kind of fraudulent 2-1.
Worst offensive line in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I gave out Brahmas at 8-1 on a future. I still like them at 10-1. I don't know. I think that as far as the futures market, I kind of like the Brahmas better than the Dragons.
Well, and again, it's we have to remind people there are 2 divisions, and you have the North where the Defenders, the Battlehawks, and the Sea Dragons only get 2 spots. Meanwhile, in the South, you have the Roughnecks. Maybe you pencil them in. Maybe Colby's right; they're about to go on a horrible losing skid. But then after that, it's the Renegade, the Brahmas, and the Guardians.
I think it's probably going to be the Brahmas and the Roughnecks.
And you could argue two out of those bottom 3 teams are the 2 worst teams in the league.
They are.
And
they are. Renegades and the Guardians are the worst 2 teams in the league.
So I think you're looking at a situation where probably there's going to be some value in a South team just because they're going to make the playoffs and it's the XFL. Anything can happen. As far as this game specifically, I think we're starting to see what can happen. Josh Gordon doing Josh Gordon things.
I mean, come on. See, are you crazy? Seattle had no business winning that game. No. It was 4th and 2. They threw up a prayer.
That play was lucky, but at the same time, I mean, they put up 519 yards of offense to 340, 8.2 yards of play all game compared to 5.8.
I love these stats.
That is the Seattle. That's the Seattle Sea Dragons way. But they're great on the yards.
You knew at some point the cream was going to rise to the top. They're the only team that has 300 yards plus every week.
All right, if you could talk me into that, if they dominated that game and really put them away, you could talk me into that. They didn't dominate that game. It was 4th and 2, and they threw up a ball which.
Danuch threw for 377.
Yeah, and there was like 60 yards on that last 4th and 2. I'm saying what I saw to that Sea Dragons team is not sustainable, and I think the Brahmas and the points are the way to go here.
Check down God over here. Sean stacking the money green with his boy Jack Cohn. Cohn and the Brahmas passing attack, 8 of 20, 64 yards, 3.2 yards.
This is personal. There's something personal.
Let me stretch the field with the 4-yard screen.
I mean, good luck getting cute. I see your point. You're getting cute, trying to find a dog on the board that you can take.
No, I think they've looked good on the road. They were, to Colby's point, they were in that game against the Roughnecks. They destroyed the Guardians in Orlando, 30-12, and they lost a heartbreaker at home against the Battlehawks week 1. They probably should have.
Something Seattle
should
and them
be 2-1, I think.
Go heavy, lay it. I
like the Brahmas here. I think they're going to be frisky in Seattle.
I'm with Colby,
and I get why. Snorkelers like yourselves could be. Oh, hey, the Sea Dragons. They got Ben DiNucci again. Ben DiNucci, as we know, a guy who is involved in game fixing. He's actually responsible for those fixed game bots on Twitter. He's behind it all. Colby, I'm telling you, you're gonna watch. They're gonna win this game by 3. Brahmas are gonna get the cover.
Seattle has longer odds to win the championship than St. Louis right now.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, last week we said buy him at 8-1.
Vegas knows.
So you're getting a little discount.
Anytime I have an opportunity to bet against Ben DiNucci in professional football, I'm jumping at that opportunity.
The Brahmas had 1
Colby,
passing first down.
You're not going to convince him. This is a personal thing. We'll find out what Ben DiNucci did.
You haven't even mentioned Morgan Ellison, big running back for the Sea Dragons. He's listed as questionable. 103 yards rushing last week. He could be out.
Look, if there's one thing I know about June Jones, he does not give a shit about the running back. It's called the run and shoot for a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
it has run right in there.
It's run down the field for wide receivers. Yeah,
Sean. Again,
you guys are in love with the Sea Dragons. It's comical.
This is an easy play. You're wrong. 519 yards. We've never seen an offensive explosion hijack our pleasure centers like the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
Very well said.
Josh Gordon had his pleasure centers hijacked.
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
Yeah, that's fine. We like Josh Gordon here. I don't know why you're going after Josh Gordon like this. What did he do?
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. It's time for some Shady Rays. Oh, look at these things. They look awesome in the studio. Someone took a screenshot of me rocking the Shady Rays while doing the Shady Rays live read, and it's just awesome. Not gonna lie, Shady Rays, they're quickly just becoming a favorite sponsor of mine because these sunglasses are legit. You look sharp, you bet sharp, especially in these sweet Shady Ray shades. Find your place in the shade. Again, Shady Ray does kind of sound like a shady bookie, but it's not. It's an independent sunglass company, puts out a world-class product, much like SGPN. Their replacement policy is insane. If you lose or break your pair, even on day 1, they told you they're going to send you a new pair, no questions asked. Whatever sort of crazy thing happened to your sunglasses, they're not even going to ask you. New shades are on the way. And again, if you don't love them and you're going to love them, risk free, you can return them within 30 days. The only risk is not buying a pair of Shady Rays and looking like a real tool or having sunbeams destroy your retinas. I mean, come on. You really want your retinas destroyed and cooked out? No. Go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code SGPN for 50% off 2+ pairs polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that are rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. That's shadyrays.com. Promo code SGPN. Oh, and we're also brought to you by Sword Vitality. Hey, if you're rocking the Shady Rays on the slopes, next thing you know, it's Sword Vitality time. Maybe you take a ski bunny back to the lodge, take her back to your cabin. Hey, you don't want to go to war with a soft sword. We were having a conversation before the show started, ranking our top 3 things that we enjoy about being men. We all had rock hard erections in our top 3. Not gonna lie, amazing power rankings. And if you're not having erections, you're missing out. Sword Vitality. I don't need to sell you guys on erections. You know they're amazing. Yeah, Sword Vitality increases blood flow, helps you thrive in the bedroom. It can even increase your stamina. You don't have to hide it. Get what I'm doing there? You can be proud of it, even if you're wearing sweatpants. But unsheath your sword over at swordvitality.com. Use promo code SGPN for a nice discount at checkout. That's swordvitality.com. Promo code SGPN.
Sweatpants, huh?
Yeah.
The old trick for the strip club, right? keep it comfortable.
Hijacking your pleasure centers.
All right, let's keep it extreme. I'm officially not using the new name. I'm just gonna go with extreme.
Amen.
We're heading over to Sunday.
Opportunity meets talent league.
No. I mean, I like a good motivational metaphor, whatever you fucking want to call that. But this is the Extreme Football League, guys. Sunday, 1 p.m. on the West Coast. Again, these times are all over the place. Maybe Sunday morning. I don't know. Arlington, the Renegades, they're still plus 650 to win the championship. What are we doing here? And St. Louis 5-1 to win the championship. Honestly, to me, both of these prices, they're overrated. Anyway, the Battlehawks playing their first home game here, -4, -175 on the money line. Arlington plus 150. 36.5 is the total.
I mean, St. Louis is going to be lit. I expect a hostile crowd environment for Sloter, who Sloter does have experience playing in domes up there in Minnesota, but the Battlehawks, this place, St. Louis has gone nuts for this Battlehawks team. AJ McCarron has captured the city of St. Louis's heart. Heartbreaking loss for the Battlehawks, but to go 2-1 on the road, 3 games. I think this is a great spot for them. And again, AJ McCarron, I know the XFL Gambling Podcast guys go deep with the DFS picks, but I think he's a decent start here. And Arlington, to me, feels a bit fragile, a bit fraudulent. So I love St. Louis here. This is a great spot for the Battlehawks.
Easy play here.
Yeah,
Easy
I mean the only thing that scares me is this seems so obvious. The Battlehawks -4.
Arlington's their offense is so bad. I just can't see it, working out against St. Louis, at this filthy shopping mall with the fans will be excited. They'll be there.
Are we sure?
This is gonna be like Black Friday, Sean.
Are we?
You're gonna have people lined out outside of the Target. All right, and
is it going to be
Sam G in the chat saying Battlehawks are lock of the week. Attendance nearing 40,000 here in St. Louis.
Okay,
St. Louis blowout coming. Tailgate lots opening 8 hours before kickoff.
Jello shots. I think he said he's loading up
300 Jello shots. Sam, tweet us a photo of you at the tailgate over at Gambling Podcast. We will hook you up with a gift card to grab some XFL Gambling Podcast gear.
I'm sorry,
so you can support your Battlehawks.
Are you referring to XFL Gambling Podcast correspondent Sam?
Yeah, Sam. Also,
please.
If you want to interview people, we will definitely play those clips on air. Just grab a phone and say you're representing SGPN. We're totally down with that.
Well, a man on the street.
Let's go.
We need boots on the ground in St. Louis for the Battlehawks.
I mean, certainly before the season, they were one of the programs we talked about. Like, we expect them to have a home field, and Arlington is, like Colby is mentioning, maybe not as good as their record shows.
Oh, they're terrible.
You also have a quarterback who basically the main reason he's not like some middling NFL third string or backup is because his propensity to throw an interception against a team that, if nothing else, we trust that they're going to play a little defense and have a nice loud home crowd.
Yeah.
To me, like if you like, are they letting us do anytime touchdowns yet? Because defensive touchdown is happening.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Renegades,
Yes.
I think, are just
Slaughter pick 6 is 100% happening. Lay the points. Again, just staying chalky. Have I taken a dog in the XFL?
And you're not going to.
I'm looking all season. I've taken 2 dogs all season, both week 1, and they were both under 3 points.
Come along with the Snarks.
And I'm the best fucking record. So get off my.
I'm
get off
100% on my locks. That's all I care about.
Come along with the snorks.
My snork is rock hard.
What is an
after that
XFL
sword
snork
vitality.
like?
By the way, they get that sample of sword vitality. So hoping
The
to bring that
snorks?
to. No, I would. I thought we need to get.
I
it.
put in the request to the Sword Vitality team. Maybe we just have to order some ourselves.
I wanted a Vegas stipend.
Yeah. Look out, Vegas. All right. You're really excited to do the podcast.
I mean, at this point,
Swordvitality.com, promo code SGPN.
it's like I got kids. Like, don't judge me. This isn't about you, lady. I'm just here in Vegas having a good time.
I'm just, sir, can you put that away? Or I'm trying to make 36 first half under bets. Okay, you expect me not to be aroused?
I'm really looking forward to that.
Look at this!
man.
Look at this
I'm
betting
really looking
board!
forward to
Look
that.
at this betting board! It's asking for it.
There is something pretty.
Can
funny.
they? This Sword Vitality of Rush shipping?
What? Like what? I mean, just because I'm dressed. Yeah, I mean, seriously, there is something arousing about going to a window and placing 32 bets.
Oh, that's always my favorite to watch the reaction.
They're generally.
Serious, sir?
Do we want the T booster? There's male hormonal vitality. Man, there's a lot
Dick
of-
Vitality. Dick Vitality. Come on,
Dickie V.
It's awesome, baby.
Wait, how is Dickie B not? He was doing those Pepto commercials from his bed. How is he not doing this shit? All right, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, just in time for them to compete with. God's eye will have this on a screen.
This is the game I want to see most, but damn if they don't put it on the same time as selection.
But we'll be. I'm sure we'll be watching the main show. By the way, Colby, wife and kids leave town Saturday morning, so I'll be hanging with you in the studio all weekend long. Las Vegas, the Vipers, 20-1 to win the Natty. Am I crazy to still be like eye up? No chance, because the 3 teams above them are so much better. And meanwhile, the favorites, DC Defenders plus 225 to win it all. That's crazy. Defenders laying 6 here, minus 245 on the money line. Vipers plus 205. 42 is the total. DC is the best team in the league.
Wow, shocking take.
And the futures being so close between DC and Houston, I think this is where I.
Sorry,
Well,
that take was just.
This is where I agree with Colby. I think DC is reasonably better. If DC's playing Houston and they're not laying more than 3, it's a bad number. So I would say, obviously, I'm staying chalky here.
Obviously,
We love the fact that they were the one team who had a real fucking coach, and we thought they might just be the best combination of home edge, beer snake. With actual
lemon
players.
lemon party. There's gonna be another lemon party
With
this
actual
Sunday
players. And last thing, Colby talking about a guy who's aroused. They're running a real 2 quarterback system where both quarterbacks seem to be into the 2 quarterback system.
night. There we go, De'Aaron King. I want more snaps out of him this week.
He
though.
might be better, but I think that it's working for them.
Yeah, it's working. We saw with the New
Easy
Jersey
play
Generals.
Easy play here. Uh-oh.
It's 48 degrees and
Uh-oh.
rain. Football weather is back.
And a dome team's coming to town.
Little lemon party. Sean, you excited for a little lemon party?
I think Colby uses lemon party a touch much for me, but I'm glad he's.
You know,
he's really enjoying it.
It's too many points though.
see,
What?
It is.
I'm with you, Colby, because
DC's gonna win. It's backdoor cover by the Vipers.
here's what I like about the Viper. I thought I saw something out of Brett Hundley that warranted
Yeah.
a little. Like he actually, You want to talk about lawn chairs, and you want to talk about DFS plays. Hundley,
He's not a lawn chair.
no, he
not a lawn
he
chair.
seemed fairly mobile.
But DC doesn't have any lawn chairs either. The lawn chairs reside on a team that you just backed, the San Antonio Brahmas.
Hundley-
And this is I think now DC beat Vegas 18-6 in Vegas, but that was
also in a monsoon.
yes.
This one's in a monsoon.
I think Brett Hundley has looked better, and I think he's an interesting DFS play because he's a legit rushing quarterback. I think he continues to improve each week. I'm with you, Colby. I'm going to actually take the Vegas Vipers.
But he's used to the
catching 6.
He's used to the sterile grounds of the Rose Bowl with the wine and cheese. He's not used to
That's true.
a ground with
That's
slithering beer snakes.
That's true.
By the way, my youngest daughter's favorite part of the XFL is the beer snake.
I mean, and to think that they had to get approval for this XFL, this is where opportunity meets.
Yeah.
Opportunity meets talent. The talent of putting together a beer snake meets the
people
opportunity
hammered.
of allowing
Yeah.
people beer snake.
Please, I would encourage this and encourage drinking related games at all of your locations. XFL, give me a call 1-800-PICK-DUND if you need some advice.
Seriously, I mean, you're literally the one major city where you might actually be able to steal fans from the NFL.
Have you seen that? They had a "fuck Dan Snyder" chant going on in the whole crowd. Yeah, great.
I saw Pat McAfee had a clip where he's like, "This is a brilliant idea. Only put XFL teams in cities where the fans make their owners."
I've been saying, dude, Oakland should get a team. Oakland, they made a mistake by putting it in Vegas. It should be in Oakland.
Oakland doesn't have an NFL team anymore.
That's what I'm saying. They should. San Diego, I don't know, because I mean San Diego maybe, Oakland definitely.
San Diego Fleet, AAF legends.
They actually showed up
It
for
worked.
those. Yeah, so I say
worked.
go for those two. San Antonio's always wanted an
Default,
NFL team, but
good.
they've passed every time.
Good default sports town.
Yeah, St. Louis makes sense.
I think if you're adding cities to the kitty here, like Portland probably would be an interesting experiment. They tend to be rabid fans, even though it's a smaller city.
I think there's potential.
Like
There's
honestly,
potential for Chicago,
Ooh.
knowing that they're moving from Soldier. Well, Soldier's still going to be there.
Are you sure that's some serious real estate? Is it just it's not going away?
I mean, I think it's still going to be there, right? If not, play it at Wrigley.
I don't
Let's
think
go.
an XFL team's the reason you keep Soldier Field around.
No, you gotta have.
just
I'm sure Lollapalooza or some shit will be there.
Lollapalooza. All right, so
Time for the Lock and Dog, brought to you by Sword Vitality. Unsheath your sword over at swordvitality.com. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, what do you got?
a 32 first half under boner. That's what I got. Let's see.
Know when to come.
There's so many. Once again, I'll be parlaying for the dog. So why don't we start there? I think you pencil in the St. Louis Battlehawks
Caca.
and the DC Defenders.
Now, are you laying the points in that parlay, or are you a money
yep.
line parlay guy?
No. Lay the points. And then for the fourth straight week, I will bring you a lock of the Seattle Sea Dragons.
I like it, buddy.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm really torn here because every week I've locked up the Houston Roughnecks. Every week it's hit, but man, I cannot get away from the St. Louis Battlehawks at home. It's gonna be rocking. Give me the Battlehawks laying 4 and the Brahmas.
Chuck play.
Brahmas live dogs against the Sea Dragons.
You better not. It's named after the Rock or a chicken, not a bull.
Colby, what do you got?
We're locking up the Sea Dragons. They're the best offense. There's a reason why they are the only offense, just putting up big numbers every single week. No, the Snorks is actually St. Louis. Everyone is snorkeling around St. Louis.
No.
They're in the Mississippi River. They're watching murders happen while they snorkel.
I don't think people snorkel in the Mississippi River, and I think the only people diving there are looking for stuff.
a disgusting act.
I think it's like the Hudson. Like it's not one of those leisure diving areas. It's all business. Like
the dog is the Vipes. You know. I think the Vipes are capable of winning that. It's just gonna be I think DC's gonna get it done.
Fang Gang.
Yeah,
I saw someone
Fang
using
Gang.
that. Fang Gang. Vipers.
I went into this Fang Gang.
So best part of me.
I'm here for the Fang Bang.
Yeah, I mean
That's what you say when you show up at a Vegas Vipers game. Hi, I'm here for the Fang Bang.
So I mean, I assume that party is brought to you by Sword Vitality.
Oh yeah, Sword Vitality.
The beer snake should be brought to you by Sword Vitality.
Oh yeah, think how long your beer snake could be with Sword Vitality. If you guys haven't entered our Circa Stadium Swim Contest, you're missing out. April 5th to April 8th, you can win a free stay at the Circa Las Vegas. Hang out with Ryan and I in the cabana.
Are you gonna send a snork, a little snorkel?
We will be snorkeling in the stadium swim.
We got to get some shots of me snorkeling.
We'll be rocking our Shady Rays. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/golf party. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/golf party. As always, smash that subscribe button. Toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. Looking to give away a sweet gift card. You got to leave a killer review.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
I think we do the photo shoot with a t-shirt on in the water.
Kramer, let it ride.